Hello, students. I hope you are all fine and in good health. As I told in my previous audio presentation at the very end, that a final portion of the chapter is left. So let me continue and complete that one. So now let's see. But Champaran did not begin as an act of defiance. It grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large number of poor peasants. This was the typical Gandhi pattern. His politics were intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. Now, intertwined actually means closely attached. So his policies, his politics, his ideologies, all these things are very much attached with the day-to-day problem of the masses, or we can say day-to-day problems faced by millions of people. He was not a loyalty. His was not a loyalty to abstractions. It was a loyalty to living human beings. Now, he was a leader of the masses, and his ideology, his approach towards life, all these things are related with serving the suffering humanity to a great extent. In everything Gandhi did, moreover, he tried to mold. Mold means to give a new shape, to give a new structure, or to give a new shape. So, in everything Gandhi did, moreover, he tried to mold a new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. That is again the same principle. The principle that was based on free from fear. So that principle he is talking about here, that he wanted an Indian to stand on his own feet confidently and to assert his supremacy, and not only his supremacy, to assert his justified freedom to a great extent. That is what he wanted to make India to be free. He wanted India to be free, to be self-independent. Early in the Champaran action, C.F. Andrews or Charles Freer Andrews, the English pacifist, who had become a devoted follower of the Mahatma, came to bid Gandhi farewell before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji Islands. So C.F. Andrews, before he was about to go on a tour to the Fiji Islands, he came to bid goodbye to Gandhiji. Gandhi's lawyer friends thought it would be a good idea for Andrews to stay in Champaran and help them. Okay, Gandhiji's lawyers suggested Gandhiji, and also they suggested C.F. Andrews that why don't you stay here and help us for our cause, for our grievances. Andrews was willing if Gandhi agreed, but Gandhi was vehemently opposed. Now, C.F. Andrews, he was convinced and he was very much eager to stay back. But Gandhiji, he vehemently opposed to this. Now, why he opposed? What was his thought process? He said, and here I quote, "You think that in this unequal fight, it would be helpful if we have an Englishman on our side. This shows the weakness of our heart. The cause is just, and you must rely upon yourselves to win the battle. You should not seek a prop in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman." Remember, students, I was talking about that one of his main principles or one of his main ideology was that he wanted every one of us to be self-independent. Here also, he told the same thing to the lawyers, who actually were very much eager for C.F. Andrews' presence. But Gandhiji vehemently protested, and he told that it is our cause, it is our problem, it is our battle, and we have to fight it on our own. We don't want an Englishman to be on our side, to speak for our grievances, to speak for our various problems. We have to fight on our own. If he stays along with us, this will show the weakness of our heart. So obviously our cause, then our motto won't be fully justified, won't get a proper shape for that. Why don't we stand up on our own? That is what Gandhiji is about to say, or he told, that why don't we raise voices on our own? Why we need a prop in the form of an Englishman by the name of C.F. Andrews? So he told everyone very clearly that it is the battle that the Indians had to fight on their own without taking help of an Englishman. So I repeat, this cause is just. Just means it is fair. It is just. And you must rely means depend, upon yourselves to win the battle. You should not seek a prop in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman. Now, taking an Englishman with us, it will show our weakness. And we don't want to expose our weakness to the British officials. We have to fight our cause, our grievances, our various problems. We have to face it courageously, boldly, and we have to take the initiative on our own. We have to fight it out on our own. And we should not take the help of an Englishman in this, because ultimately it will show our weakness to the authorities. Since it is our battle, it should be fought by us, only by us, without taking the help of any Englishman or without using as an Englishman as a prop in this. He had read our minds correctly, Rajendra Prasad comments, and we had no reply. Gandhi in this way taught us a lesson in self-reliance, self-independent or self-reliance. Rajendra Prasad understood it, and the other lawyers also understood it, that the main motto of Gandhiji is to make them self-reliant, is to make them self-independent. Self-reliance, Indian independence, and help to sharecroppers were all bound together. Now everything are closely intertwined or closely connected. Self-reliance, self-independence, Indian independence, and finally sharecroppers, their grievances, their problems. Practically speaking, all of these are interconnected or intertwined or closely bound together. So that is it, dear students. That was the final line, and henceforth I had completed this chapter. Kindly go through this audio presentation and the other audios that I had uploaded in your Google Classroom. And if there is any problem, any sort of doubts, don't hesitate, let me know. I will clarify all your problems to the best of my ability. Thank you, students. Thank you all.